8 years ago, I got a call, pick up the phone, and this woman on the other end said, "Hi, I'm Martha Coakley, and I've just been elected Attorney General here in Massachusetts. I've been reading your work." Yeah. Listen, that's how I felt. I said, wow, the Attorney General has just called me. That seemed pretty extraordinary. And she said, let's talk about how we can work together, how we can make this better, because we want to level the playing field and give all of our families a chance. That's what Martha said. That's what Martha then did for 8 years. When the biggest financial institutions were rolling across Massachusetts selling lousy mortgages to people all across this Commonwealth, Martha stood up and fought back. And when they didn't like it, she just fought harder, because that's who Martha Coakley is. This has been her life, working for families. That's what she's been doing. She didn't go say, where can I get the biggest salary? Where can I get the biggest headline? No, she stayed there and she worked for families, because that's what Martha believes that government is all about. And now Martha is running against Charlie Baker, and I recognize he's the new smiley Charlie Baker. But you really need to look at what was he doing while she was out there doing this work on behalf of people across this Commonwealth. Well, what Charlie was doing largely was firing people and outsourcing jobs. Now I want you to realize that Charlie actually got an award, and I'm all for awards. I'm big on awards. He dressed up in his tuxedo and got his picture taken, getting an award for being Outsourcer of the Year. You know, just for a minute, can we stop? Can you believe that there's an award called Outsourcer of the Year? I mean, like, is there also an award for found sleaziest tax loophole this year? Do they all get together and most bloated CEO pay, and they all dress up? I really was stunned by this. But that's what Charlie did. And then here's the key. Because remember, we've gone through such tough economic times. With people out of work all across this Commonwealth, what did Charlie want to do? He wanted to cut unemployment benefits. So when you're in trouble, you know where Charlie Baker stands. And when people took whatever work they could get, people who had gotten knocked out of good, solid, middle-class jobs, snagged minimum wage jobs, and the question came up, should we raise the minimum wage? Charlie Baker said no. And now we've got one more for workers. You know, the question on the ballot that we've got, whether or not somebody who gets out there and works every day should have a chance to earn a little sick leave. So if they get sick, they can stay home. So if the baby gets sick, you can stay home and not have to make the choice between making the rent and going off and leaving a sick child. Charlie Baker says no. And then just to tie it all together, early childhood education, the investment in our kids, the investment in our future. Charlie Baker said, we've done enough. We don't need to do more. So for me, that's what this race is all about. It's about whether or not we build a future for those who've already made it, right? For those who just want more, or whether we build a future that works not just for some of us, but that's going to work for all of us. And that's what we're about today. Martha's going to do it.